So my Powerstroke diesel, what happened to that, eh? Well, I got her going. We did a few things, had to do some fixing on her. But here, let's start from the beginning. I'll show you some pictures of how I found it, and we'll go from there. Seeing that truck there, I could only look at it for so long before I had to go in there and ask about it. I called them up and got someone on the phone, and they said, "Yeah, it runs. We're a little busy right now, but we can get it started in a day or so and come check her out. $750." So I waited. That guy, he didn't call me back. I called them a couple days later and they said, "Yeah, we're still really busy. Maybe in a couple days we'll get to it." And me, I just couldn't wait no more. No way, couldn't wait. I said, "Oh, okay, I'll just take it like that. I'll figure it out. Take your word on it that she runs." So we got the trailer, and I went $750 plus tax, and I brought that thing home. Don't she look good? Look at all that rust on there. I'm gonna fix that, but first, let's get her started. Yeah, hard to see in here, but we got the 7.3 Powerstroke 96. Been sitting in this car lot for 2 years. So I got an awful lot of rust on it. So I just switched the batteries. Got the block heater plugged in. It's like -5 out here. Been fucking with it for about 45 minutes. And it's starting to fire a little bit, so it's gonna start soon. Here we go. We'll wait a little bit more. You gotta have some patience here. Holy! That started up. Let's go out and look at this. She's shaking. Holy. Not too bad. $750. Okay, now take it apart. Time to fix it. So we had the F-250 all torn down right to the frame. So I brought her to work, put it through the shot blaster machine. I cut off any of the rusty bracketry or cross members or anything that looked bad, and I welded in new ones from other frames and whatever else I found around the yard. I gave it this red paint job at first, but that changed, and you'll see my paint jobs. The first ones weren't very good, so this truck took 3 paint jobs so far, and maybe it might need another little bit of a touch up, but that's later. I'm pretty happy with how shiny I got it. With the frame fixed and the cab floor painted, but not the holes fixed, I put it back together and got to fixing the holes. But when I got it back together, listen to the noises this Powerstroke was making. It makes a few that it's not supposed to. Okay, so here's some of the parts I prepped, and I don't know, what the stuff that I did for the first paint job. The first paint job, it's not that it went bad really. Like I guess maybe it did. I sprayed my primer on too thick, and then my top coat got a lot of orange peel in it because of putting too much paint at once. But I went to work that day, and the wind blew down all my stands. So when I came home, all my parts were chipped up and laying on the driveway. So, what do? You just continue on and do it again. Well, I think it's looking pretty good there. Nice straight sides. Well, let's go to paint job number two, where, oh, it's not ready. I gotta do more sanding. The guy I asked for help said, nope, it's got some shiny spots. You gotta keep on sanding. Now, this second paint job, I had a friend help me with it, and he's got more painting experience than I probably ever will. But he did a really good job on the painting. There's only some minor little things that I was picky about that made me do paint job number three. But yeah, this one, it turned out nice. Smooth everywhere. Good coverage. The only thing was the bottom edges. A lot of the bottom edges got missed because the old guy just can't bend anymore. But well, that's okay because I'm gonna stay at her. We'll bring her home, and one more time, we're gonna sand her down. So here she is. I got her at my house this time. We're gonna do this paint job right in my backyard. But the sanding went pretty good this time. The smooth paint job was much easier to sand than my orange peely paint job. So we got her all sanded up. Got her prepped in the yard as best as we can. There's only so much you can do painting in your backyard. But we got that tarp down there to keep the moisture and the bugs down a little bit. And we're gonna give her a spray. So here's my final paint job for now. It's got problems. Don't get me wrong. We got bugs, runs, and bugs. But I may fix that later. I'm happy with this paint job. We got some paint coverage, and there's paint on everything. Big bug in there. Oh, this same one right here. This is the guy that does that. See? Probably hard to see the texture. We got runs and runs. Lots of runs. Lots of water dots. And bugs, and bugs, and bugs. Another bug. Okay, so I got her home. It's running. It's together. But she's smoking. And listen to that friggin' clattery noise coming out of there. You might know what that is if you watch some videos. But it's winter time, so we're gonna put that away and we'll resume in the spring. With Mr. Transmission, you're coming out of there because that flywheel cannot stay clattering like that. All the trannies out. And I kind of noticed this before, but there's some little cracks in there. So yeah, I got the dye penetrant testing stuff so I could look and see, yep, those are really cracks. And then, what do you do when you got a transmission that's cracked? Well, I got a ZF42 laying just around the corner, so out with the ZF47, in with the ZF42, and the ZF47 is going in. Yup, I'm gonna weld those. So, the dual mass flywheel, he was the one making all that noise in there. So we got rid of that, went to a solid flywheel, put the ZF42 in there, which I put the wrong throw bearing on. I put the one for the ZF47. So I get a tiny, tiny little rattle, but nothing that I'm going to worry about for right now. The next thing I found is what was doing all the smoke. All the smoke? Well, that was a lifter arm to blame for that. The intake lifter on the, what would it be, number 8 maybe? The one way in the driver's side back corner. His push rod was not even underneath him, and the lifter was all mangled and just kind of sitting in there. So we replaced that, and look at the difference now. Well, that's gonna do it for this one. Now you know, I did make a whole truck there. She's running and driving. You'll have to check back and see the list of parts I threw at it. The turbocharger, fuel bowl, IPR, ICP, crank position sensor, vacuum pump, and all kinds of stuff. It was actually 2 vacuum pumps. And then we got tons and tons more to do this year. So here we go. We're going to keep at her. Cheers.